The mass federal layoffs. New administrations push to shrink agencies and cut probationary workers. The administration has taken bold steps to reshape the federal government, initiating large-scale layoffs across multiple agencies. Spearheaded by the newly established Department of Government Efficiency, the initiative aims to streamline operations, reduce spending, and eliminate what is deemed as bureaucratic inefficiencies. One of the primary targets of these cuts has been probationary employees, those still within their initial trial period and lacking full civil service protections. The restructuring has been swift, raising questions about the future of essential services. The following are the departments that have been affected. 1. Department of Education. The Department of Education has seen significant reductions, though the exact number of employees affected remains undisclosed. Critics argue that these cuts could undermine the department's ability to oversee federal education programs and support to states, potentially leaving schools and students without necessary resources. 2. Small Business Administration, SBA. Layoffs within the SBA have been justified as performance-based, aligning with the administration's vision for a leaner government. However, concerns are growing that reducing staff in this agency could weaken support for small businesses, particularly those relying on federal loans and guidance to navigate economic challenges. 3. Department of Veterans Affairs, VA. In one of the most substantial layoffs so far, over 1,000 employees have been dismissed. The administration has defended the move as a cost-saving measure expected to free up nearly $98 million annually, funds that will reportedly be redirected toward veterans' healthcare and services. Still, critics fear that reducing personnel may strain an already burdened system. 4. U.S. Forest Service. A particularly striking cut comes from the U.S. Forest Service, where approximately 3,400 probationary employees, roughly 10% of its workforce, are being let go. While firefighters are not affected, key roles in wildfire prevention, maintenance, and environmental restoration are on the chopping block. With climate-related disasters on the rise, concerns about long-term consequences are mounting. 5. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB. Reductions at the CFPB signal a shift in regulatory priorities. As the agency responsible for overseeing financial protections, job cuts here could mean fewer watchdogs ensuring consumer fairness in the financial sector. Critics argue that this could lead to weaker oversight and increased risks for everyday consumers. Leading the charge in these reforms is the newly established Department of Government Efficiency, a powerful entity tasked with identifying wasteful spending, enforcing stricter hiring protocols, and streamlining operations across federal agencies. With broad authority, this department has become the driving force behind the sweeping workforce reductions. Not surprisingly, these aggressive restructuring efforts have sparked legal battles and political disputes. Employee unions and advocacy groups are questioning the legality of the mass layoffs, particularly the lack of due process for probationary employees. Additionally, debates continue over how these changes might impact essential government functions and services. Inside the administration, tensions are reportedly rising over the execution of these layoffs. Some officials feel sidelined in the decision-making process, concerned about the pace and scale of the cuts. Meanwhile, public opinion remains divided. Supporters praise the efforts to reduce government spending, while critics warn that slashing jobs in key agencies could undermine essential services. So, what's next? As this restructuring unfolds, the future of federal operations remains uncertain. Will these changes lead to a more efficient government, or will they create gaps in public services? The debate is far from over, and as more details emerge, the nation continues to watch closely. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay tuned as we follow this developing story.